Is it warocracy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face.
Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth.
Whatever it is that will bring our military to disrepute, I say to hell.
On Core Digest,
I want to know why I should be believing them.
every weekday, we bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody have a right in Nigeria
where you are the judge.
Thank you so very much for staying the course of the show. It's still Core Digest on Core TV News. And so far, we've been looking at towards a new Nigeria, ready or not. And the question goes to the leaders and to the government as well. Are you ready for this new change, this very, very clean Nigeria we daily clamor for? And on the show, I have two guests, one a right activist in person of Akoni Iromini and the legal practitioner Fred Ziako, who have been discussing the issue on the program with me. And now our phone lines are open for you to call in to ask your questions or give your contribution as we move on. And before the break, right activist Akoni was going to react to the NJC query or Oluyede over husband snatching.
It's all politics. You know, it's all politics. You know, the same thing that we are talking about. And it is only the people that can stop all the atrocities, you know, that is being, forced on Nigerian people. Because we all know that by now, Aregbe is supposed to be in jail. You see, you have the normal constitution, you have normal court processes, but the people too have their own court through which they assess what is going on. When Aregbe was campaigning, he promised Osun's people that when he gets to power...
Okay, let's just speak this call, then we'll come back on you. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning. Sulia. Okay, Sulai from Nasarawa. All right, Sulai, go ahead. Hello, Sulai. I can hear you.
Okay, I consider that we are talking about Buhari that he's not going to post someone who's not part of the cabinet. But you should remember that before the election, when Buhari was doing it, all those people that used to bring money, we always ask them, when do you get this money from? And anybody that is giving you money, you should know that he's giving money from all pockets, not Nigerian. But when Buhari is getting it, he will give all of them, he's not going to leave any of them. Anybody that is corrupt among the leaders, Buhari will give them. That's what I'm trying to tell them.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. All right. You were saying about Oloyede's case?
What I'm saying is that during the campaign, they give deceitful promises. Because Aregbe promised Osun State people that when he gets to power, he's going to be generating 200 million every day through supply of agricultural product to Lagos State. That Lagos State alone consume 2 billion naira worth of farm product every day, and it's going to develop the agriculture in Osun to that extent that a minimum of 200 million will be generating every day through that process. But the same Aregbe now is telling us that because the price of oil has dropped, that is why he could not pay people's salary. And the judge now rose up to say, no, you have to be probed and see what the woman is going through now. So that is the system. That's why we are saying that we need to reorientate the people. We need to re-educate the people so that they can get organized and take up the mantle of this struggle.
All right.
Because the way on how to create a new Nigeria.
Let's just quickly pick this call. Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello? Okay, we lost that call. Simply call back if you can. The number is showing on your screen. And please, when you're calling, turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you. Okay, just...
So what I'm saying is that it is only the people, because we have gone through all this theory and we've come up with what we believe is the solution. And nobody has faulted it. You know, but the problem is that we don't have the money.
Okay.
This is a self-sustaining concept, but you need to create awareness across the country, and that is just what we needed. The moment we are able to overcome that, definitely the concept will begin to generate money that will continue to sustain it.
Okay, you still tell us more about this concept of yours, but let's
Yes,
have
the National Orientation Agency has been, to say the least, inactive and not useful to the yearnings and aspirations of a developing Nigeria. Because this was an agency that was supposed to educate the people and bring them at the level where they will be able to discern between one man and another at the point of election, based on what the people require and based on what the society needs. But then...
Okay, let me cut you short. Let's just speak this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Innocent is my name.
Okay, from where?
From Badagry.
Okay, Innocent from Badagry. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. I want to contribute with what's going on in court TV.
Okay, go ahead. Innocent, go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead, Innocent.
Okay. I want to talk to... Okay. You are guest speaker in Zako. I want to ask him, is it in Zako that taught in Oka Seminary?
Yes, you're right.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the Fred in Zako, is it in Zako that taught in Oka Seminary?
Yes, you are correct.
He just answered you that you're correct. So go ahead with your contribution on
Okay,
the
this
topic.
is Innocent today.
Okay.
I can hear you, Innocent. Go ahead.
I've been enjoying your contribution. I think you are one of the people, from what we know you from when you were in Oka Seminary. We know that you're a man that this nation needed. And having seen you this morning, I believe that you have a lot of things to contribute to the progress of this nation. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Innocent, for calling. Okay.
Yes, we were trying to look at the role of the society, the role of the led, the role of the people in advancement towards a new Nigeria. And then we were trying to use the example of what is going on presently in Osun State. Osun State's governor was unable to pay staff salary for 9, 10, 11 months. Running. To the extent that the civil servants had to go cap in hand begging to maintain their families. The question is, how many people are in the payroll of Osun State government that their salaries cannot be paid? If salaries could not be paid for 10 months running, did it not tell you that other developmental projects had come to a halt? And somebody was courageous enough to say, Mr. Governor, you have mismanaged our resources. We need to look into the way you have run the state. All she gets is a query from NJC, for that matter, not because of professional incompetence as a judge, not because she was corrupt, not because she could not discharge her duties, but because of her private, extremely private life. That one Mr. Richard Obire, who moves from Lagos to Osun State It's not that the accusation was not that the woman moved from Osho to leave her duty post to come and cohabit with Richard in Lagos. But that Richard moved to Osho, and the wife of Richard was now accusing the learned judge that she was cohabiting with Mr. Richard. Adults, old people who knew what they wanted, and NJC could belittle themselves to issue a query. I think it's marks of lack of readiness on the side of the leadership for a change. It behoves on the president, and that is why this lack of the presence of Attorney General is still causing a problem, because the Attorney General would have risen immediately to stop that query and reverse it. Yes, the chairman of NJC is the Chief Justice of the Federation, Mahmoud Mohammed, learned jurist, highly respected. But if that query bears his signature, then there is a lot of questions, that question mark it will create on his integrity, especially at this point. And I believe that he may not bear his signature. He may not even be aware. If he is aware, can somebody please tell him to quickly retract that query and save NJC from ridicule?
All right. Now, Akoni was going to tell us the best medium in which the electoral process could be managed. Of course, the solution your group has. But before you say that, let's just go on this quick break for commercial, and we'll be back.
You get fine. The iPhone, oh. Yeah. Hello? Ah.
Look at this, Juliet. Juliet. Julie. Selfie.
Need to sell something fast? Download the Everything app, upload a picture, and submit. The Everything app for when it's got to go right now. Everything.com, #1 for used goods.
Thank you so very much for staying with us. It's still Core Digest on Core TV News, and we're talking towards a new Nigeria, ready or not. The phone lines are still open for you to call in to ask your questions or give your contribution. And Akoni, before I said before the break, was going to tell us what this group has as a means of solution to the electoral process in Nigeria. But before you talk, let's pick this caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is George Abare, calling from Bayelsa.
Okay, George from Bayelsa, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, George. Go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you, George. George from Bayelsa, yes, go ahead.
I really commend the two gentlemen there. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you. Turn down the volume of your TV set so you can hear me clearly. Well, I can hear you. Okay, so go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, I commend the two gentlemen there. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. Concerning the two gentlemen, yes.
Yeah, my name is George Abare, calling from Bayelsa.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I commend the two gentlemen there because they are really the new Nigerians, the way they spoke. And I felt the lawyer man, I want to ask, because they said that we should have the Attorney General. I don't know whether the law give us provision. I just want to ask, give us provision that we can get this person from foreign. I don't know, because most of the cases, our issues are not really giving us the desired result that we get from the justice area. That's by the Attorney General. So I don't know whether we can get this personality from outside Nigeria. I don't know whether the law permits that. Then the activists actually named the issue, because the system has been bastardized all this while, and that has affected us. So for us to fight corruption, it's become a difficult thing. And so I commend, I align myself with the activists. It is saying what it is. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, you want to move?
Yes, yes. Judge's concern is about the capacity or the ability of the leadership to get a credible Nigerian to occupy the office of Attorney General. I tell you, without mincing words, that there are many very credible Nigerians that can occupy that position. Nigerians who are above board, who are incorruptible. There are many of them. The only thing is that you will not begin to look at their political leaning if you are looking for such personalities, because they may not have any political inclination. You may also not begin to look at who they were or who they are. What you'll be looking at is their competence, their capacity, and their integrity. Many people fall into that bracket. So you don't need to go to import a foreigner, but you can import a Nigerian who lives abroad. Of course, the search is not restricted to the geographical boundary of Nigeria, provided the person is a Nigerian. Naturally, the doctrine of sovereignty will not allow you to bring in a foreigner to come and minister in Nigeria.
All right. Hello, good morning. Hello? Yeah, good morning. I can hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Yes, I can hear you.
My name is Ike, calling from Niger State.
Okay, Ike from Niger. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to contribute. I love what is going on in the studio.
Thank you.
And I want to recommend the two of the people there in the studio concerning about fighting the corruption. The issue is because I had it that was yesterday when the Labour, they are saying that they need to reappoint the Attorney General. And that is it. Because the issue of this, you see, the people who have the money will like to delay the Mr. President in the court. And before you know it, the 4 years will go and nothing will be achieved. So we are not happy about what's going on. That let them have a special court that will deal with this the corrupt dealers, so that we're able to know, so that they will not delay, because the judiciary system is delaying things, and before you know it, we will not achieve anything. So the only thing that let them avoid that Nigeria who has all the right to prosecute without delaying, it will help Nigeria. So that the change we are talking about, because we have not seen any change. No change is going on. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so to you, Comrade Akoni.
Okay, about the concept.
Yes,
okay.
The concept you will.
The concept, we believe, is the only solution to our problem at this moment. Because people are ignorant, people are docile. Referring to those, that their vote counts. If not for them, my vote and your vote might not help these people to power. But people that actually rely on to get to position of authority are these people. These people, they are using their miserable rights to deceive. These people, they are using their 500 naira on election day to deceive and get their vote. And that is the area of my group focus. We go to house to house, street to street, educating Nigerian people that the power lies in your hand. That's your voter's card, it's your power. You only need how to make good use of it.
Did you only do that when the 2015 election was coming up?
No, we mark our 5th anniversary this January. I think I invited your station to be part of it.
Okay.
So we've been doing it for many years, but I started bringing people together since 2010. And we've been attending events. This last June 12, we were there when Ambode said the SSS people should restrict our activities. Though we distributed all our leaflets at that venue. That is Blue Roof. And we go there with placards, because it's still years of fashion land, Tinubu in Lagos, no drinkable water. Just ordinary water. You cannot open tap and drink water. Even the water that comes from their tap is so brown that you cannot use it to wash white clothes. So we went there with placards. But they give us clear and drinkable water. Improve on quality of education. Because this year, over 50% of Lagos State students failed WAEC. to show you the level of standard of education. They will also carry another placards that is begging Buhari to please give us uninterrupted electricity in proof of security. It's not only the Boko Haram crisis. We also have other security issues. Kidnapping, armed robbery, and what have you. Babies factory and all that. So, but when he saw us coming, he sent the SSS people, to restrict our activities.
A peaceful demonstration.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that the people are the one that we are working on because they are the only solution. Because the people that are ruling us today, they are there because they are police and soldiers.
Soldiers, all right.
Not because of the people.
Let's pick this call, please. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost the call. Go ahead.
So they are there because they have protection of the security, forces. They don't have the mandate of the people. They are buying it, capitalizing on the people's ignorance. So the first thing we do is to bring people together. When we enter your street, we announce our presence, we tell you our mission. So when you come out, we talk to you and we use that street to form a unit.
All right.
Because our projection is to form 50 units of 200 members.
Okay, let me cut you short, please.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Yeah, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from Abuja.
Samuel from Abuja.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm a your yeah.
Okay.
Concerning your topic,
okay,
trying to fight corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on my own, I don't think that he's ready to fight this corruption that we're talking about. Because Buhari is ready to fight this corruption. I believe he should start from his party, which is APC. Because most of the people that made up this APC are still the same people that corrupt PDP. Now they fled from PDP to APC. Why is this happening on the PDP? They trying to refrain I don't think that is going to work out. If really you want to fight corruption, let's start from the school. That is, if you want to be from another person, I first of all, you want that to be your own eye.
All right, thank you very much.
Someone used the word fled. and they fled from PDP to APC.
How do we reach out to the people? We announce, we go to the street, we bring people together, we educate them, to stop collecting rice and money from these politicians. But sometimes they will ask you, if they don't collect the rice, collect the money, when they get to power, they don't give them anything. So it's the only rice and money that they bring to them.
Now, which brings me to what plays in Nigeria. Before the elections, we see these politicians go around the streets, some even buy roasted plantain, buy granules. Before the elections, we see politicians distribute free PMS to motorcycle riders. They are very, very nice, very, very good. And all of a sudden, when they get into power, these people become plagues to them. Like he said, people carrying placards and security agencies were told to push them back. So the question is, when will Nigerians learn? When will they learn to elect the leaders who would listen to them even beyond the elections?
I think one of the cardinal problems that we have is low level of education, which is high level of illiteracy. The UNESCO index shows that over 60% of Nigerians are illiterate. Out of that 60% that are illiterate, that over 20 million children in this country are out of school. When you say out of school, that means they have not received or they are not receiving basic education, which is from basic 1 to basic 9, which is from primary 1 to JSS 3. We are not talking of the standard now. We are talking of even staying in school to receive whatever that is given out to them. But over 20 million children are not in school. How many voters voted in the last election? In the presidential election, about 20-something million. When you add the votes of PDP and APC, 20-something million. If 20 million children are out of school, these are children that will later become voting adults. That tells you that out of the 20-something million that voted, it's only a fraction of the large chunk of illiterates in the society. Because even these literate ones on election days don't go out to vote. And that is why it is easy to convince a potential voter and sway his thoughts and his votes by mere dishing out of a pittance. In some places, they open up a loaf of bread, slough in some naira notes in it, and give out.
Let me cut you short, Fred. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Aminu Kano, the regular caller.
All right, Aminu Kano. All right.
Yes, I welcome the two gentlemen.
Okay, thank you.
And I really appreciate the way you work and the way you bring very intelligent people.
Thank you.
My contribution here is, honestly, Nigerians are ready to change. But the problem is from the judiciary. If a governor steals money, if you are trying to get information from their office, they will ask you to go to court. When you go to court, they will give them money, then they started deceiving you, come today, come tomorrow. After the end of the session of the court, nothing is going to happen. So my advice is, if at all the judiciary can stand on their feet and say no to everybody that's wrong, we are here to do right. And we are always ready to do right at all costs. It's the only thing that can change Nigerians to the right path. Then the second one about the election. Honestly, the election, people can vote, but they are not giving what they vote for. If I vote for, let's say, the gentleman here, they will not give in. They will just sit down and rig the election. And those who are dropped out of the school, the major problem when you look at our villages, honestly, they don't enjoy anything for education. I can tell you in Kano, even some of our schools, you cry, honestly. You cry. You are going to see animals while people are in the school. How can animals enter class while people are taking their lectures? Which is very, very bad and unfortunate. This is some of our village. So all I advise is, let us go back and think what is going to be best for Nigerians. Because Nigerians were educated, but the problem, we doesn't have the atmosphere to arrange and place what we learn at the back. So all my advice is, let these two gentlemen advise Nigerians on how they will change for election side and how they will change in the judiciary. A legal practitioner is the only person that can advise Nigerians on what is going to be better for them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aminu Kano.
Yes, Aminu Kano presented a very robust argument on the side of the people and subtly indicted the judicial system. Yes, I agree with him to a large extent that the judicial system has not, to a large extent, helped the matter. But let's look at it holistically. The police is saddled with the responsibility of investigation. And by extension, let's be specific, EFCC and ICPC. It will baffle you to know that because of the wanton corruption in the country, some EFCC officials commercialize their investigation process. How do I mean? When they conduct investigation against a public officer, they receive bribe in the process and intentionally mess up that investigation and put some hurdles such that the prosecution counsel will not be able to push through its prosecution and secure conviction of the accused. And that is killing the case from the cradle. Now the case is taken to court. The judge is not going to judge on sentiments or based on newspaper allegations or based on concrete evidence adduced by the prosecution. When such evidence has been killed from day one on account of corruption by the investigating authorities, obviously the judge will have nothing else to say than to discharge and acquit the accused. Because there's a responsibility in criminal trial that the prosecution must prove the case beyond reasonable doubts. It is not beyond all doubts, but reasonable doubts. When there is doubt in prosecution trial, the doubt is settled in favor of the accused, such that you don't punish an innocent for what he did not do. That is one problem. The second problem is this issue of delay in dispensation of justice. That has partly been settled by the new law that was signed in May this year. That was one of the last acts that Jonathan signed before he left office. Administration of Criminal Justice in Nigeria. It is been gazetted, but it has not been massively produced. And it is a federal legislation which requires that states need to tap into such legislation. Because if there is a state offense, the state's judicial system may rely on their state laws to try the offenders. But being a federal law, it takes care of all federal offenses and takes care of every nook and cranny of Nigeria, and also bridges that gap between the penal code and the criminal code as practiced between the northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. It is a unified legal system, the unified statute book. Now, it has taken care of many of the ills, wherein the issue of starting de novo has been settled, the issue of adjournment, long adjournment has been settled, because and the issue of frivolous applications, whereby some issues will be singled out and the substantive issue is kept behind. The other one, there will be the interim application will go up to Supreme Court and come back. All that have been settled, and the court is allowed to sit on a day-to-day basis to discharge all criminal cases. With the application of that law, criminal cases will be discharged within 6 months, maximum 1 year. And that is a huge improvement. Very, very big one. So the law is evolving, but the people need to evolve alongside with the law.
All right. Very well said, Fred. In a single sentence, because of our time, your quick summary of what the discussion is.
What I'm telling Nigerians is that there is total solution to our problem, and that is collective effort. People should begin to come together. Minimum of 5,000 in each local government across the country. Contribute small money, 20 naira every day for 1 year, 7,003. If you have 5,000 people, it's 36 million. 500,000 naira.
Sorry, Mr. Akane, did you factor into that arrangement the trustee of such fund?
We have taken care of all that.
Who may put his hand into the cookie
We have
jar.
taken care of all that.
It's important to
when we leave this place now, I will give you our publications.
Very good.
You have leadership right from the unit level, ward level, local government level. You open account for them. All their money will be put there. Their leader at local government level will be the first signatory, but the leadership of the movement we can't assign so that we will not touch that money, because that's money we are going to put together to sponsor all our candidates to a position of authority at all levels.
All right, thank you very much, Comrade Akoni, and legal practitioner Fred Ezeako, for being on the show. It was really nice having you.
Thank you.
Well, because of our time, we cannot go further, but it was a very wonderful discussion, and of course we didn't just discuss for discussing's sake, but we discussed so that Nigerians can learn, you can be charged to stand up for your right, and of course those who ask you the question that are you really ready for this new Nigeria? It's been a wonderful show on Call Digest. Thank you so very much for being a part. Your questions and contributions were so lovely, and we apologize if you couldn't pick your call, but do well to send us more questions on our social media platform, our Facebook and our Twitter handle. You could see a repeat of this program on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much once again. My name is Omotayo Alo. Have a wonderful rest of the Tuesday.
You can now watch Core TV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to Core TV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click Core TV, leave a space, then News. Core TV News, a 24-hour news station.